Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Tara if you're new here, and today we're going to be doing a quick morning yoga practice. So this practice is going to be great if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to start your day right. We're going to focus on just opening the body and waking yourself up after a good night's sleep. So whenever you're ready, come onto your mat, and we're going to get started in a wide-legged child's pose. So bring your knees nice and wide, toes together. Settle your hips back towards the heels and bring your forehead to the ground. Just let your arms be heavy here so the shoulders can relax. And then take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And a deep exhale, let it go through the mouth. Do that one more time when you're ready. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Starting off nice and gently, so waking yourself up slowly. Taking a minute here, maybe setting an intention for your day ahead. And using this as a reset button so that you can start fresh today. Whenever you're ready, lift yourself up just enough to thread your right arm underneath the left arm. Come to rest on the right shoulder, right cheek towards the mat. Breathing gently into the space between the shoulder blades. And just hold here for 3 full breaths. Always listening to your body and taking things at your own pace. And there's no rush. At the end of your next exhale, carefully lift yourself up slow. Come back to center. Settle in child's pose for just a moment. And then when you're ready, switch sides. So threading the left arm underneath the right arm, resting on the left shoulder, left cheek towards the ground. Taking 3 full breaths here again at your own pace. And just sighing out anything that you need to let go of. Feeling a gentle opening across the shoulders. Letting yourself ground down into the mat. At the end of the next exhale, come back through center, take a breath here. Then when you're ready, pull yourself up into a tabletop position, bringing your shoulders on top of the wrists, hips on top of the knees, tuck the toes. 3 cat-cows with your breath. Inhale, soften the belly down towards the ground, pull the chest forward, look forward. And then exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest, round through the spine. Again, belly drops towards the ground, chest forward, look forward, little bend in the elbows here. And then exhale, coil in, press the ground away. Without judgment, just noticing how your body's feeling this morning. And allow yourself to meet yourself wherever you're at. Come back through center. And when you're ready, lift your hips up and back, find your first downward dog. In downward dog, the backs of the legs might be a little tight still. That's okay, that's normal. Take a moment here, pedal out the feet, twist the hips from side to side, maybe shake your head yes and no. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, so grounding down through the palms of the hands. And then find stillness in downward dog for a few breaths. Just feeling some fresh oxygen and blood moving into the head, preparing you for the day ahead. Bend your knees as much as you need to and baby step your way up towards the top of the mat. Move nice and slow. Once you get there, separate your feet about hip-width apart. Inhale, bring your hands to the shins, reach the chest forward, lengthen into a flat back. And then exhale, fold forward, arms heavy, head relaxes. Bend your knees a little bit more here, grab onto opposite elbows and just let yourself dangle. You might feel some pops in the spine. Just allow the vertebrae to lengthen. Maybe shake your head yes and no. And then come back through center, release the grip on the elbows, root down through your heels, and one vertebrae at a time, carefully roll yourself all the way up to stand. Your head will be last to rise. Once you reach the top, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch, look up, and then exhale, hands to the heart and down alongside the body. Reach back behind you, interlace your hands at the lower back. Inhale, pull your fist towards the ground, reach the chest up towards the sky, maybe look up. And as you exhale, lead with your chest as you fold forward, head towards the mat, arms fall overhead. Take a full inhale here. Full exhale, good. Inhale, lift yourself back into a flat back, hands to the shins or fingers to the earth. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, take a big step back with the left foot. Bend your front knee right over top the front ankle and just rock a little bit back and forth here for a moment. Then lower down to the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, melt through the hips. Wrap your right fingers around the left wrist. Then inhale, pull your left fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, lift up and over towards the right. So feeling a nice deep stretch on the left side of the body, the hip. Take one more breath here. Inhale back to center, unwind the arms, hands to either side of the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, come into three-legged downward dog. Sweep that right leg all the way up and back, open up the hip, bend the knee. Take an inhale, reach that knee up a little higher, and then set up for pigeon on the right. Pull your right knee in towards you, set the knee just to the outside of the right wrist, and then extend the left leg straight back behind you. Hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, puff the chest up towards the sky, maybe look up. And then exhale, carefully melt yourself forward any amount. Have a little flex in that front foot to protect the knee. And it might feel nice to rock a little bit from side to side here. Bringing your focus back to the breath. Making sure to exhale completely, empty all the air out of the lungs. Take one more full round of breath here, no rush. And then when you're ready, carefully lift yourself all the way back up, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step back into downward dog. In downward dog, pedal the feet, twist the hips. And then between sides, inhale, rock forward into a plank pose. Lower the knees to the ground, untuck the toes. Bend the elbows in towards the side body, lower all the way down onto the mat. Once you land, shift the hips around. Press the tops of the feet into the ground, knees lift. And then inhale, pull your chest forward and up. Use the strength of the lower back, find baby cobra. Exhale, release down. Press yourself through tabletop, find a wide-legged child's pose just for a breath. Take a full inhale here and full exhale. Inhale, come back into tabletop, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, find downward dog. Maybe take a few little movements in downward dog here again, noticing how your body's opening. Then look forward between the hands, step your left foot forward between the hands. If it doesn't land there, pick it up and place it there. Bend the front knee right over top the front ankle, then rock back and forth for a moment here. When you're ready, lower to the back knee, untuck the back toes, inhale, sweep both arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, melt through the hips. Inhale, reach the chest up towards the sky, and then wrap your left fingers around the right wrist. Inhale, pull the right fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, lift up and over towards the left. You can look down on the left side if that feels better on your neck. Nice deep stretch into that right side body, right hip. One more breath. Inhale, come back up through center, release the grip on your wrist, hands to either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, send that left leg all the way up and back, open up the hip, bend the knee, three-legged downward dog. Maybe lift that knee up a little higher, and then exhale, pigeon on the left. Set the left knee just to the outside of the left wrist, and extend the right leg straight back behind you. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, puff the chest up towards the sky, open up, look up. Then exhale, elongate through the spine as you melt yourself forward any amount. Finding your breath here again, focusing on the exhale. Just creating space for everything you want to invite into your day. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side here. Soften through the back of the neck. Hold here for another 3. For 2. For 1. Good. Very carefully press yourself all the way back up. Shift your weight over to your left hip. Swing your right leg out in front of you. You can give your legs a little bit of a shake here if that feels good. And then come into a wide-legged forward fold. So bring your legs nice and wide. You might have to adjust yourself on your mat. Bring your hands behind you. Lift up your hips. Press your hips maybe an inch forward. Inhale, lift the top of the head up towards the sky. You might just stay here. This might be enough. Or you can bring your hands out in front of you, keeping a flat spine. Very slowly start to melt your torso forward any amount. Don't push anything here, just find your edge. As much as possible, try to keep your spine straight, so root down through the sit bones. Keep lifting the chest up towards the sky, lengthen. And then exhale, fold from there. Deep breaths here. Making sure your knees and your toes are both facing towards the ceiling. Maybe deepening a little bit more for 3. For 2. For 1. Carefully press yourself all the way up if you're folded forward. Take a moment here. Bring your hands underneath your knees and use your arms to carefully slide your knees back together. Take your time here. Cross at the ankles, find a comfortable cross-legged position. One final pose before we end, a seated twist. So bring your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen the top of the head up towards the sky. Exhale, twist. Maybe look back past the back shoulder. Take one more full breath here. Exhale, twisting, wringing things out a little bit more. Look forward first, unwind right to the other side. So left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Maybe look back past the back shoulder. One more full inhale. Full exhale, detoxifying and energizing yourself. Look forward first, carefully unwind. Maybe take a few rolls of the shoulder. And then we'll close by bringing your hands together into prayer pose in front of the chest. Take a full round of breath. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of practice for your day ahead. And I hope you carry this energy of freshness and new beginnings forward with you as you journey on with your day. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.